Okay, before the official meeting, we will say the Lord's Prayer in a moment of silence. All are welcome to join. Our Father,
who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
it's 7 o'clock. I'll call this meeting to order at this time. Please join us in saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Mr. Crum.
Mr. Robb. Here. Mr. Roberts. Here. Mr. Reese.
Here.
Mr. Martin.
Present.
Mr. McLaughlin.
I'm here. Dispense with the reading of the journal from May 4th, 2026.
So moved.
Second. Motion by Mr. Roberts, second by Mr. Martin. Discussion, roll call.
Mr. McLaughlin.
Yay.
Mr. Robb.
Yay.
Mr. Roberts. Yay. Mr. Reese.
Yay.
Mr. Martin.
Yay. It passes 5-0. Now's the time for public comment. If anybody would like to have some public comment, please come to the podium and state your name, address.
Hi, Christina Getzer, 114 North Martin Drive. With me, I have seated back here, Carter Neff, Josh Ensman, Brian Studer, and James Neff with the Shelby Cycle Historical Society. And with me is Tom Valley, who's the controller with Arcelor Middle. We're here in the interest of Ordinance 6-2026.
Thank you.
Kathy Burns, 19 Grand Boulevard. I'm here on the matter of the VFW sign and
John Ford from the Mansfield Power Squadron here for a proclamation of the National Safe Week.
What's your name again, sir?
John Ford, F-O-R-T as in Tom.
You here, you say for the proclamation for the,
Mansfield Power Squadron for National Safe Week.
got it, thank you. Okay, anyone else? No? Next we'll go with reports from standing and special committees. First is Finance and Personnel Committee. Councilmember Martin.
Everyone should have gotten the documents in their packets. Go to the back page per usual. We can see that our income tax collections rebounded to where, comparing to prior year, 0.34% up. The last 3 months we were running a deficit. And more importantly, comparing to the 3-year average, up 13%. So total amount year to date at 2.6 million. If you go to the second page, we can see where those come from, and business is leading the way on that, and withholding it's at a negative percentage, 3.73%, but coming out of the strike that's rebounded, and it is higher than anticipated. So I was good on that count. So we go to the front page. You'll see that in our general fund, we have a cash balance of $2,331,864. Less encumbrances, just under $1.9 million in the general fund. Couple things going over. Obviously, we know what's going on with sewer and water. We've had those things before us, but also we're kind of picking and choosing what we do street-wise, street paving-wise, just because we're waiting on some additional monies to get that. So we're watching that a little closely. So go to the cash investment reconciliation page. We see that the total treasury for the city is holding at $16,210,899.42. Spread of the accounts there before. And there was no additional personnel report.
Any questions for Mr. Martin? None? I need a motion.
Move that the combined financial statement and cash investment reconciliation statement dated April 30th, 2026 be received, placed on file, and posted to the city website.
Second.
Got a motion by Mr. Martin, second by Mr. Roberts, the combined financial statement, cash investment reconciliation, the placed on file, posted to the city website. Discussion, roll call.
Mr. McLaughlin.
Yay.
Mr. Rob.
Yay.
Mr. Roberts. Mr. Reese.
Yay.
Mr. Martin.
Yay.
Passes 5-0. Next is the Utility and Streets Committee report. I will give that. The Utility and Streets Committee met May 6th. Our one topic involved the bridges in town. We have 10 municipal bridges that get inspected either every year or every 2 years. That is per the Ohio Revised Code. At least once every 24 months we need inspection of our bridges. Some are on 12-month cycles though. As well, we have state, county, CIC, and school bridges. There's 10 bridges not owned by the city of Shelby. They're also on a 24-month cycle. The CIC owns one, and the CIC owns 2, and the city schools own 2. The state has 5, and the county has 5 bridges as well. So when they look at these ratings, there's a code from 0 to 9. 9 is a good condition, as built condition, and 0 is a failed condition. The items they look at are, they look at the approach to the bridge, the deck summary, the wearing surface, the superstructure, the substructure, channel summary, and scour, the erosion of the soil. And so I'm just going to highlight a couple bridges that we kind of focused on. The Tucker Avenue Bridge, the superstructure is from 1975. It's close to the end of its useful life, and we need to start planning to replace the bridge in the next 5 years. Then the other bridge is the Mickey Road Bridge over the Black Fork. We're thinking about resurfacing the deck. Both repairs are, well, actually, we need a waterproofing area over the top beams as well. But both repairs scheduled during the Mickey Road Infrastructure Improvement Project set for 2028. And then one additional item, we've got a 21-day bridge closure we talked about last meeting for 61 South at South Campbell. The Ohio Department of Transportation announced the bridge closure for the deck surface replacement. The work's going to begin on the 27th and end on June 17th. That's all I have. Any questions? Next report, Safety Committee, Mr. Roberts.
Thank you. We had met on May 5th, and in fire news, the chief attended the Richland County Hazmat Mitigation Plan. We had a mutual aid for a large fuel spill on 13, approximately 100 gallons of diesel and an unknown amount of hydraulic and motor oil spilled. And we got a little bit of expense, but we think we're going to get that back with some insurance. And so we had mutual aid to Plymouth for an MVA, we had mutual aid to Shiloh for a structure fire, mutual aid to Plymouth for EMS run, and 20th and 22nd, mutual aid to Franklin Township for structure fire. On the 26th, we had a mutual aid to Plymouth for EMS. On the 27th, mutual aid to Franklin for NBA, and mutual aid to Franklin for hazmat on the 5th of May. Fire runs volume continues to increase, up 29% since 2023. Calls to date are 777, up from 727 and 25 at the same time. Association continues to raise funds for equipment, so that's the union, to supply a new truck, which is still on schedule for August or September. And that's just, the supplies of the new truck. We've already decided we're going to buy a truck, and the association is going to try to raise money to equip that truck. So we completed inspections on the sprinkler update at the hospital. Attended various hearings for a new business, variance hearings for new business. Completed multiple inspections throughout the city. Inspectors are completing the required update for the new fire code to be done this month. Health Department news, and, 2 mobile inspections for milk and honey pre-license. We had 3 rabies reports, all dog bites, 1 stray. We had bat incident, no animals sent for testing. The Golden Cobra closed down, so that's body piercing and tattoo they fall under the purview of the health department, so they report when something closes or opens up. 1 public health nuisance was trash, poor living conditions. Had a police report with that. 5 in March have been abated or resolved. We had stray cat discussion, and we talked extensively at the end of the meeting about that, and we're going to have more conversations about that as we go on. It seems there's a lot of stray cats in town, and we got to figure out what we're going to do about it. I mean, it's getting really bad, and so at some point it's going to come before us, and we're going to have to figure out, and it's a tough situation. It's not like a dog, it has to be licensed, and we don't have a stray dog problem in town, but we certainly have a stray cat problem, so we're going to figure it out. We did not receive the mosquito grant, so we're not going to do any testing. She said we know that West Nile's here, so we're not going to have to test for it because it's, so we're not going to do any testing. They are going to do some spraying around the bigger events, the bicycle days, our 250 party that we're going to have. So some of the bigger events, we're going to have a campground, temporary campground for the big bike event that's coming to town. So we're going to try to do some spraying around some of the bigger events in town as they come up. So completed a school inspection at St. Mary's. The cleanup days. Teresa Singer with Richland Soil and Water Conservation District wants to help recognize the event to promote Earth stewardship. So we're going to take pictures because they want to use our cleanup days as a recognition this coming September. So we're going to be kind of showcased as our cleanup days have been pretty successful. So they want to use us as some kind of as a showcase. Public swimming pool licenses have been renewed. They also went to the same hazmat mitigation plan that the fire chief went to on April 7th. And so they filled out surveys, and those surveys are going to be taken in, and they'll take those and do it to be 2 surveys. And I don't think the fire chief filled out a survey, but the health department did. The health department's March radios are having an issue with the batteries. They're not holding a charge, so those were turned in, and they were sent out for service, so they're going to get serviced, and we'll get those back. I don't know if that's been done yet, but if it hasn't, it will be shortly. Let's see. Hepatitis C case 1, Park clinics, blood pressure, blood sugar, and heart rate. Park Village every Monday at 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. located in the office or activity building, and it's Shelby Senior Center monthly. education training, epidemiology, calls and communicable disease investigation, topic of discussion, educating the community, service available within the community and resources for transportation, community engagement, community clinics 4 to 6 times per month, healthy corner articles for April 2026 is on stress awareness, school nursing, Sacred Heart Catholic School, immunization records have been reviewed, followed up with parents reporting on ODH have been completed. Vision and hearing screenings have been completed for all required students grade pre-K to 7th grade. Required state of Ohio reporting completed this week. So that's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Roberts. Any questions from Mr. Roberts? Having none, next we'll go into the reports of city officials. The mayor would like you to talk about a few items. Shelby White cleanup days, Friday, May 22nd, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., and Saturday, May 23rd, 9 to 2. Drop-off location is the Electric Department Complex on 73 West State Street. Then the Shelby Festival is Saturday, May 30th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Black Fork Commons Park. This is the second annual event to recognize the importance of pollinators. Next, GOBA, the Great Ohio Bicycle Adventure. That's Monday, June 22nd and Tuesday, June 23rd. Shelby set to host hundreds of bicycle enthusiasts, anticipating 800 cyclists for the 2-day event. Campsites will be set up at the former Scouts football field. Food vendors and local restaurants will be open to the public. And then finally, the community gardens. The garden plots are available. All are welcome. Please call the utility office to reserve a plot. Tools and water are available at the site. Next, I have a proclamation to read. So, here goes. Proclamation, National Safe Boating Week, May 16th to 22nd, 2026. Whereas for over 100 million Americans, boating continues to be a popular recreational activity from coast to coast and everywhere in between. People are taking to the water and enjoying time together, boating, sailing, paddling, and fishing. During National Safety Boating Week, the U.S. Coast Guard and the National Safe Boating Council, along with federal, state, and local boating partners, encourage all boaters to responsibly explore and enjoy America's beautiful waters. And whereas safe boating begins with preparation, the Coast Guard estimates that human error accounts for most boating accidents and that life jackets could prevent nearly 75% of boating fatalities. Through basic boating safety procedures, carrying life-saving emergency distress and communications equipment, wearing life jackets, attending safe boating courses, participating in free boat safety checks, staying sober when navigating, we can help ensure boaters on America's coastal, inland, and offshore waters stay safe throughout the season. And whereas National Safe Boating Week is observed to bring attention to important life-saving tips for recreational boaters so that they can have a safer, more fun experience out on the water throughout the year. And whereas on average, 650 people die each year in boating-related accidents in the United States. 75% of these fatalities are caused by drowning. And whereas the vast majority of these accidents are caused by human error or poor judgment and not by the boat, equipment, or environmental factors. And whereas a significant number of boaters who lose their lives by drowning each year would be alive today had they worn their life jackets. Now, therefore, I, Stephen L. Shagg, Mayor of the City of Shelby, do hereby support the goals of the Safe Boating Campaign and proclaim May 16th through 22nd of 2026 as National Safe Boating Week and the start of the year-round effort to promote safe boating. In witness thereof, I have here to set my hand and have caused the seal of the City of Shelby to be affixed on this 13th day of May, 2026. Stephen L. Shagg, Mayor of the City of Shelby. Mr. Fort, would you like to say anything?
Sure. I'm the commander of the Mansfield Power Squadron. We're a local boat club that has been teaching public boating since 1951. We provide instruction, or the instructor did courses at no charge. There is a nominal fee for a NASBLA approved safe boating book that we teach, and we usually teach about 5 courses a year. Our biggest thing is to wear your life jacket. Take the continuing courses, those are other things that we do. But we're here to see you come back and have a lot more fun. So that's why we're doing what we do. I'd like to say thank you for supporting the National State Photo Booth. It matters. They're very good. Very good. We all like to have enjoyment on the water. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Any questions for Mr. Ford?
I'd like to add one thing.
Okay.
I took that course years ago when I first got into boating, and I like to add, it may help you on your insurance also, it did me.
It absolutely does, yeah. It is a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
got-
benefit.
Yeah, I got a discount on my boating insurance, so.
Yeah.
The course was great, I loved it, so.
Yeah, glad to hear it. Come back and pick it up.
On behalf of the mayor, I'm going to hand this off to you.
Is it okay if I leave early?
Yes, you may.
Thank you so
You
much.
graduated.
Good night.
Thank you. Mr. Crum, Finance Director.
Thank you, sir. Nothing too special going on in my department. We're getting through audits and gas conversions for the financial statements for the audit, and learning a lot on the software conversion, which goes live on August 5th. So that's pretty much everything in my department.
Thank you, Mr. Crum. Any questions? None. Acting Mayor, Law Director.
No report as acting mayor or as law director.
No typical mayoral duties and delights.
Typical mayoral duty and delight was I was not needed at City Hall. Nothing, no hot buttons.
Delightful.
All right.
Still standing.
And then Mr. Geis.
Thank you, Mr. McLaughlin. Bid opening for our paving project is this Friday at 10 a.m. And we are now accepting applications for the sidewalk program. Those are on the website, so if anyone that needs repair, get on there. We'll go as far as money goes. So that's all I have.
Thank you. Any questions for Mr. Geis? Next, we go on to new business, where we are coming back to the topic of hearing of appeal from the VFW 30 West Main Street from the denial of the Shelby Historic Preservation Ordinance 1488.09. So I'd like to start off with that. Mr. Law Director, do you have anything to give us information?
I do not. I was asked for a particular issue, and as I indicated previously, there was a conflict for me in that I was present for my own issue personally at the meeting. Because of that conflict, didn't think it was appropriate to weigh in on behalf of the city board council members. John Studeman was contacted to become involved and to give some opinions, and I asked him to just handle then every issue relative to that set of facts and circumstances due to my conflict. So I know an email was sent to him with information of your request, Mr. Robb, as well as the questions that were presented before council. I don't know if Mr. Geis had spoken. I had stepped out of that. I think it was proper for me to be involved or have any contact or communication. So I don't know the status of what happened after that was done.
Thank you. Mr. Geis.
I did have a conversation with Mr. Studeman and went over all the different paperwork. And the big question was, is it the 45 days? So Part D of 1488.09 says the commission shall approve or reject an application for a certificate of appropriateness within 45 days of the filing of a complete application. So the complete is the main word there. On February 23rd, it was just the application and not the picture of the sign or picture of the door on that. That did not come till the next day. So he said the 45 days would be on the day that the commission did make their ruling. So they said that would stand as being denied at that point. So now it's back to council for them to hear the appeal of that.
Any discussion? Anyone? Martin?
Obviously, I won't be voting on this, but as a representative, so a couple questions that are for you and in the letter that I wrote specifically is the lack of clarifying information. If the sign is too big or not pedestrian, then what is that standard? There are other signs that are on Main Street already. There's other signs that are in the city already. Are those considered pedestrian? Do we need to just revise the COA to have a smaller sign? Or is it just any sign? And I addressed the other stuff as well. So the scale, the illumination, all those are discussed. And even the materials, it's the same core materials that are in the other sign that's already been approved in the district. So that's the reasoning for why I feel that the COA should be granted and why we appeal. The paint is for basically the background behind the sign. So probably, I don't think we have any interest in just painting the sign there black. So that's not as big of an issue unless the sign's approved, and obviously the background there. I will say this, anybody who has seen that wall, like I like to affectionately refer to as a monstrosity, it is ugly. There's absolutely nothing of historical value to it. Having this sign allows us to do some things that will be a nice homage to the original. Originally, we have pictures of this, originally there were nice bay windows in that upper deck. They were blown out in a natural event, and the facade that you currently see was erected in the spot. One thing we're able to do with the sign, one of the reasons that the sign design goes basically from side to side is so we can actually, during the evening hours, night hours, we can actually make it appear that those bay windows are actually there, and incorporate that into the signage. So those are the thoughts of and the reason why we asked for COA. Mr. Roberts.
And some of the appeals, because your thoughts were that they did not get their denial in on time.
No, the appeal, that was just a procedural thing. I wanted clarification. The appeal, we would have appealed regardless. In fact, when it was decided in March in a meeting that no longer counts, we had already filed that appeal. So our plan is to appeal it to council.
Mr. Reese?
I'd like to hear from somebody that was on that committee. You know, we talk about all this, there was a reason why it was denied. I don't know who we have here tonight that's from that committee, but I think it should be a matter of public record. They serve on this with no pay. I mean, they put their time into it. There was a reason why they did it.
Hi. So yes, I am the chair of the Preservation Commission. We did have the denial, and there are several reasons. The main being that it would change the landscape of the entire historic district. It's a very large sign, and it also is illuminated. which it would change the lighting, and none of that is historically correct. I know that the facade is no longer the same as it was. However, going to something completely different is not the answer. We do recognize that the VFW does want to have signage, does want to show what they have going on, and we recognize that. Having a large illuminated sign is probably not the answer. We are willing to work with them and to come up with something that is historically correct. As far as the size of the sign, no, there is not a specific size. However, pedestrian in size, would be scaled back from what was proposed. We did have the HAB-SHPO, which is Ohio State's historic preservation, weigh in on this, and they also agreed on what we had given in our denial. Sorry, I didn't get to that. They So they agreed with the preservation brief that is also referred to in the denial, which is the pedestrian and scale, the illumination, and utilizing materials that are traditional to the building's period of significance. The lighted sign is not that. We also had another business within the district that wrote a letter, it was in your package from last meeting, that also weighed in on how that would affect their business and how the illuminated effect would affect their patio and their ambiance, and so they included, that is included in that as well. Any questions? Yes?
The vault weighed in on this as well, right?
Yes, yes, that's what I'm referring to, yes. Yes,
We talked about the size of the sign not being appropriate. What other dimensions you were given?
that is what I'm referring to, is the pedestrian scale is not a specific size.
No, I'm asking you what size was given in the application.
Oh, yes, it is 38 by 11, 38 feet by 11 feet.
So that's the size basically of a billboard?
Yes.
Mr. Romas, did you have something for?
I had a question for Mr. Guy. I just want to make sure it's clear that we have legal advice and their denials turned in on.
Correct.
Guys,
Just for clarification, our ordinance does say that city council shall hear the appeal and render decision within 30 days of filing of the notice of appeal. City council may affirm, reverse, modify the decision of the Historic Preservation Commission.
we have to decide tonight.
Correct.
Okay. My comment is, I'm against it because of a safety issue. I drove past in each direction and I envision the sign up there. It's high on the second floor, and as I'm driving past, I'm having to look up and take my eyes off the road to see a billboard. And so for me, if we do vote on this, I'm gonna be a no vote for safety. you know, I don't want to be responsible for approving something that might be detrimental to somebody's safety and somebody get hurt from that. So I will, if we vote, I will be a no vote. Mr. Martin?
So on that, the U.S. Highway Traffic Association and Commission have commissioned several studies on this, and there's been no studies that have shown that billboards related negatively, digital billboards related negatively to automobile traffic. So that may be a reason to vote no, but it's not one based in data or science.
It's my science. I felt it was unsafe when I was driving down the street looking up at what I envisioned would be data on that billboard. Anyone? So do we need a motion second to vote on this?
So you need a motion to either affirm, reverse, or modify the decision of the Historic Preservation Commission.
Mr. Rowell?
I move to affirm the commission's ruling.
I second.
We have a motion by Mr. Robb and a second by Mr. Reese to affirm the commission's ruling. Further discussion? Roll call.
Mr. McLaughlin.
Yay.
Mr. Robb.
Yay.
Mr. Roberts.
Yay.
Mr. Reese.
Yay.
Mr. Martin.
Abstain.
Okay, that passes. We're on to Burke. Next we go to unfinished business. Is there any unfinished business to go over? If not, legislation, Mr. Crum.
Ordinance number 6, 2026. Determining that certain real property owned by the city of Shelby be sold and designating the Community Improvement Corporation of Shelby, Ohio, Inc. as the city's agent in the sale of said real property and declaring an emergency.
Move that the rule requiring that the ordinance be read on 3 separate occasions be suspended.
Second?
And a motion that the rule requiring that the ordinance be read on 3 separate occasions by Mr. Roberts and seconded by Mr. Martin. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. McLaughlin.
Yay.
Mr. Robb.
Yay.
Mr. Roberts.
Yay.
Mr. Reese.
Yay.
Mr. Martin.
Yay.
That passes 5-0.
Move passage of the ordinance.
Second.
Yeah, we have a motion by Mr. Roberts, second by Mr. Martin for the passage of the ordinance. Discussion. Mr. Martin.
I move to go into executive session for the following purpose: to consider the purchase of property for public purposes or for the sale of property, competitive bidding, if premature disclosure of information would give an unfair competitive or bargaining advantage to a person whose personal or private interest is adverse to the general public interest.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Mr. Martin, second by Mr. Robert to go into executive session. Discussion. Roll call. Oh, do we want to bring in anybody?
Mr. Geis.
Okay, we would like Mr. Geis and Mr. Acting Mayor to go with us. Okay. Roll call.
Mr. McLaughlin.
Yay.
Mr. Robb.
Yay.
Mr. Roberts.
Yay.
Mr. Reese.
Yay.
Mr. Martin.
Yay.
That passes 5-0 at 7:37. We are going into executive session at this time.
Yeah, one day at a time, right? That's what you gotta do.
Well,
She's
whether he's
actually
approved.
gonna, she,
Yeah, we've been waiting for them to approve the
buildings start making t-shirts.
It isn't?
She actually brought it up in the last meeting. So I have a few designs that I'll send the email to. Thanks. Brochure. Just take a picture of it. And that's all.
You're not on that.
He says his girlfriend.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, you guys been
Like,
nice.
Yeah.
She and that makes them.
Everyone here.
How many each do you
Mark, you said today.
Yeah.
Theater now. I can't remember the Mark said.
Like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And tell you what,
Dover's coming up.
the billboard is out there.
That's why it's about 3 months.
Between the mayor show,
You ever been on Gobo? No. I've done it 3 times. It's something. 60 miles, it's about 50 to 60 miles a day of riding. And by day 3 or 4, you're pretty sore and tired. Yeah, but it'll be interesting. There will be tons of riders. Most people stay overnight, so they can't. The field will be just filled with tents. Yeah, and they'll all be going to local businesses for field. That's one of the big things. It pulls in a lot of money. So I'm sure businesses like Weber's and the Vault downtown will do great. Yeah, it's exciting. You should do it if you're an avid rider.
No, I'm not.
You're gonna do 60 miles. You build yourself up to it. You don't just hop on a bike and do 60 miles every day for a week. You know, you kind of, you develop a workout schedule for like a month or 2 months. But yeah, you can, and there's a lot of people who get, if you're worried about getting sore, just basically like, we're older. There's certain parts of us that hurt from riding a bike. There's a lot of people want to come. Did you ever come in? There's a lot of recumbents, so people
I saw that. That was really good.
if you're into riding, you should think about doing it.
Thank you for sharing.
Oh, yeah, my pleasure.
They're pretty hard.
So we need.
Thank you.
It's good fun.
I think.
Okay.
Support the group. All right, shall I turn the recorder back on?
Go ahead, at 7:42, we are out of executive session and back in the discussion phase of the passage of the ordinance. Anyone else from council want to comment? Okay, then we had a request to comment. Christina Drain, is there anything you wanted to say?
I don't have anything more to say.
Nothing, okay. With that, further discussion? If not, roll call.
Mr. McLaughlin.
Yay.
Mr. Rob.
Yay.
Mr. Roberts. Yay. Mr. Reese.
Yay.
Mr. Martin.
Yay.
Passes 5-0.
Resolution number 19, 2026, approving the plans and authorizing the mayor as director of public service to advertise for bids and enter into a contract for the West Main and South Long Sewer and Water Main Replacement Project and declaring an emergency.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Roberts, second by Mr. Martin, for the passage of resolution 19/2026. Discussion?
This project will take care of a lot of problems our service department's gonna have in that area with water storming and sanitary sewer. It's a $517,000 project. Iowa Public Works Commission is paying half of that, so $258,500.
Further discussion? Roll call.
Mr. McLaughlin.
Yay.
Mr. Rob.
Yay.
Mr. Roberts. Yay. Mr. Reese.
Yay.
Mr. Martin.
Yay.
Resolution passes 5-0. Miscellaneous business. Mr. Martin.
This upcoming Monday is Memorial Day. We have a wonderful parade where youngsters are going to show off their baseball and softball uniforms. And but we are also going to have some veterans who are marching in remembrance. And so I just want to speak, as I do every year, about the significance of the day, and just as a reminder that it's a little more than just hot dogs and baseball, although those are wonderful things. It is a day to remember those who have given the ultimate sacrifice for our country. I believe that we generally do stand on the shoulders of giants, but these giants are a little taller than most. And everything that we have in this country, every freedom we enjoy, is because somebody gave their lives for it. And this is a day of reflection of those who have done that in the past. So it's not Veterans Day. Please don't thank me for my service. I did nothing in comparison to what these men and women who we're trying to remember did. So by all means, enjoy the parade, enjoy your hot dog, enjoy your baseball, but remember the reason that you're able to enjoy it all.
Thank you, Mr. Martin. I'm not sure the exact number of the folks from the Shelby area that gave their lives, but it's near 100. So, thank you, Mr. Martin.
Move council adjourned.
I think so, yeah.
Phil?
You're not gonna second.
Just want to give everybody a heads up, I will not be attending either meeting in June. I will be out of the country for one and out of state for the other.
Sorry, Shirley, thank you. Anybody else have anything kind of miscellaneous? If not, Mr. Martin, motion, anyone second?
Second.
All right. Mr. Martin, motion to adjourn, seconded by Mr. Reese, roll call.
Mr. McGough?
Yay.
Mr. Rob?
Yeah.
Mr. Roberts?
Yeah.
Mr. Reese?
Yeah.
Mr. Martin?
Yay!
Passes 5-0, we adjourn at 7:46.